Hi,
We're the cast of Colorblind.
I'm the director.
See us tonight.
Be there.
Or be square.
Or get your ass whooped.
Get him.
I can't with y'all.
Bitch, I got that hyper X, you know I get the flex and got these demons on my back, you know they gonna get arrested. You know my niggas, we get lit as fuck, you know we get the press. I ain't had my gun on me, but them boys were still stressed. She said she.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for being here for another episode of The Night Hour with Shreco Bakari. Me. Who the fuck else, right? Today, we're going to deliver some tea. Y'all are laughing behind there. You know what? That's okay. Y'all are ready to get interviewed, I can tell. Yeah, they're behind this camera, and they're having a great-ass time. They're trying to... Oh, shit, I was supposed to laugh. No, you can laugh. It's okay. We all finna have a good time this evening. So, we have a very special episode for you guys tonight. We are going to be interviewing the director and the cast of the NAACP award-winning stage play, Colorblind. Woo-hoo! Yes! Woo! They are here in Macon, Georgia. They have set up shop at the Douglas Theater. And let me just say this before we get into their interviews. The goddamn play is really good. It is so goddamn good. I wasn't expecting it to be that great. And not because of who's in it, who's done it, whatever. It's just me as a critic. A lot of stage plays I go to, they're like mid, if that makes sense. But this stage play surpassed all of my expectations on so many levels. The cast was great. The ensemble was great. And the direction that the director gave her cast members and whatnot, even all the way down to lighting and sound and everything. It was damn near perfect, and I loved it. Coming from being a theater kid myself, you know, I started off in theater before I transitioned into film, and theater is my first love. So there's a lot of things that I look for, and they hit every freaking mark. So Miss Platts, my high school drama teacher, I know you're going to be watching this. I'm telling you, this Colorblind play is a job well done, and you would damn sure be proud. So without further ado, guys, when we come back, we're going to sit down with Miss Amanda, who's the director of Colorblind. And after, we'll chat with the cast. Thank you for being here on the Night Hour with me, Shreco Bakari.
I'm happy to be here at the Night Hour.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Matter of fact, let me just say this before we even get started. I love all your blackness.
Oh, thank you.
I love it.
Thank
I
you
love
so
the
much.
hair. I love the skin color. I
Thank
love
you.
everything. You are melanin popping. Do you hear me?
Listen, I love my melanin.
Absolutely, as you should.
Yes. He does. He does. Chocolate, chocolate. Yes.
Sausage chocolate. What did you say? He said, "What the hell is that up there? Looking like a damn fool." He said, "Boy, hush."
Boy, hush.
What he said? I believe the children.
Hey, be the way, let them lead the way.
Sex and chocolate, everybody.
You gotta drop the mic. You gotta drop the mic.
Sex and chocolate.
Sex and chocolate.
Oh my God!
Thank you, sound effects. Yes.
Love you, Eddie.
Yes, at least I don't have to do sound anymore because he took over.
He did it.
I'm grateful for that.
Listen, we're a whole up production company. We take it everywhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's get right into this thing.
Yeah.
So, colorblind.
Colorblind.
Why colorblind?
Why not colorblind?
Ooh, I like that. Why the fuck not?
Why the fuck not?
Absolutely, I like that answer.
No, I mean, listen. The Wallace can talk about all the things as he normally does. My take on the things is that we are all people.
Absolutely.
As that is the theme of it.
Absolutely.
Our main character, Clint Muhammad, goes all types of ups, downs, sideways, diagonals to get there.
Boy, don't he. Good God.
But we're all people, and we should be treated as such. And who knows that better than us?
Absolutely. But you want to know something? I think the thing that shocked me the most about your production was the Yolanda character.
Let's talk about Yolanda.
Yolanda's white.
She's
Okay.
white.
Caucasian.
She's Caucasian.
The devil.
The devil. Disclaimer. We're not saying.
At least that's what the character says.
Yeah, that's what the character said. This is all disclaimer.
White people.
We are not racist, okay? We're just talking about the play.
Yeah,
Yolanda was a white girl
my
in the play.
grandmother's white.
And Charlani's character was.
Did you hear that?
You said what? What you said?
I said my grandmother's white.
See, there you go. My grandma white. You know some white folks have been like, no, I'm not racist. I have a black friend for 3 years. You're racist as fuck.
Right. Did they tell you? Did your one black friend tell you? Oh, then that's not the black friend you.
Oh, and I'm just letting y'all know, yeah, we're going there with this episode. Absolutely. There's no
We're
punches.
being honest here.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're a little sensitive about the racial subject, then you need to check yourself because this is stuff.
Bring your ass to Colorblind.
Oh, yes.
Right. You need to bring your ass
to Colorblind.
Colorblind.
Take your ass down to the goddamn Douglas Theater.
The Douglas Theater in Macon, Georgia.
Pay that $20 and see a great production.
Thank you.
One last production show, right?
Yes, April 19th is the last show.
April 19th.
For now.
Manifesting on camera like that.
Yes.
Oh, you just gonna manifest on camera like that?
Yes. I'm gonna manifest everywhere I go.
Everywhere. Listen, this was just their first stop because they got bigger and better things coming. Okay. Bigger and better things. Yes. I already see it from that damn stage play. That is Broadway all the way. That is national tour all the way.
Wait till the next one in June.
In June. See, they don't stop. And I love it. Because I know I damn sure don't stop. So I know people. My mom always said, you know you're kind.
But then wait till the next one in August.
Ooh. August, y'all. So this is Yolanda character. So she's white.
Yes.
She's a white girl, right?
Yes.
Excuse me, white woman.
Yes, she is a white professional. She is a doctor. Put some respect on her name.
Absolutely. And that character, without spoiling too much, that character opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. I love how you didn't force it down the audience's throats.
Not at all.
You really eased it in there and said, this is what it is. This is what it ain't. This is how we look at white people.
Yes.
This is how white people look at us. But at the same time, sometimes not all white people are the same ignorant, racist, bigots.
Yeah.
As she said in her play.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Not all people are like that. And that's just like with black people. Black people can be racist too.
Yes.
We're not going to sit up here and play that game.
Right. We're not just going to throw out racial slurs out here and just say that we can't just because we're black. That's not.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
If a racist individual, doesn't matter their skin color, just a racist individual was to come see this production, do you believe either A, they would walk out and say, fuck this, or B, they would, even though they don't agree with what you're portraying, they still found some value in that?
Well,
which one you think? Which one of those two?
Well, I've seen these things. I've seen the racist person come in. After the opening monologue, be like, "What did I come to?" And then by the end, be like, "Oh my God, this is phenomenal." People that don't normally talk to each other will talk to each other. They will come up to us and be like, "Oh my God, this view, I love this so much. Like, thank you for doing this." And they are absolutely blown away. So I've seen it happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Seeing that, I'm keep going back to this Yolanda character and Wallace's character as well, Clinton. It brought me back to when I dated white women.
Oh, do tell.
And
let's turn the tables on you.
It was one of those things where I was nervous because I didn't know what my family would think.
Yeah.
You know, even though I was in high school, college, just in that third, still I was in intimate relationships with these Caucasian women, and I didn't see color, but I knew for a fact that if I told my parents, I was like, "What the hell are you dating this white girl for? All this black chocolate in your school, you gonna go for the white girl?" But the same is going for her with her family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it was hell. But I saw myself in Clinton's character. And I also saw myself in Yolanda's character too. And I said to myself, holy shit, like, this world is really fucked up.
Yeah.
This world is truly fucked up. And
it is.
Sometimes you don't realize that you play a part in that because you're ignorant of that matter at that given time, at the moment in time. It's not your fault. But you know what I'm saying?
And also, it takes a real person to look in the mirror and say, oh, maybe that wasn't the best decision or thought that I had.
Absolutely.
And admit it out loud and do all of these things. And we see Clinton Muhammad do that in a very public place. And it's like, when you do it by yourself, you're like, oh man, that was terrible. Clinton did that on social media. It was everywhere. You couldn't hide even if you wanted to.
Going around singing every damn where.
Right. Suddenly appear.
Go ahead.
Every time you want it. Okay,
it was just one of those things where it really will make you think. And it was a big eye opener for myself. Being the 32-year-old Black bisexual male, you know, it's different for me than it is a heterosexual Black male.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people would say, like, well, damn, Shreco, you kind of experienced the same thing, not with your skin color, but with your sexual identity. And that is true.
Interesting.
That is so true. So when I was watching the story unfold on stage, I was also putting myself in there as a bisexual male.
Wow.
And I said to myself, holy shit, that white girl is me as a bisexual person. And everyone else in that cast is my culture who doesn't like what the fuck I do.
Ooh. Wow.
And it made me tear up. It did.
Oh man.
And I was like, God damn, like, and I'm not a big crier. If I cry, it's because I'm angry or I'm very, very happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that really, I saw myself in Yolanda and I was like, God damn, that shit hurt.
Wow.
That shit hurt so bad.
Man. Oh my God.
But you want to know something? At the end of the day, after all was said and done and everyone came out and you guys closed the curtain, I was just like, I felt very refreshed. Because people need to see stuff like this.
Yeah.
They need to hear those monologues. They need to see that shit unfold. Because a lot of people nowadays, they're not really talking about it. They're just sweeping the bitch under the rug. I mean, we don't talk about it again.
We're all in survival mode right now.
You ain't lying.
That's just another thing to be stressed out and anxious about. So yeah, people are not talking about it.
They're not, but you are.
Yes.
And that is what my professor used to always tell us, Professor Thompson at Savannah State, he always used to tell us, if you have a purpose in something that you're doing, even if it is something very, very sensitive, it's going to get out there if you do it the right way. And you're doing it the right way. Your team is doing it the right way. Your actors are doing it the right way. And you could tell how passionate they were.
Yes.
I'm a big person. I look at the story and everything because I'm a screenwriter and stuff. So I look at how the writing is and I'm like, okay, cool. But my main thing I look at is how these characters are portrayed. Yes. How their character development happens from the beginning, how well it's developed to the climax, to the resolution, and even them as actors, as human beings, when you have your curtain call. Yeah. I look at facial expressions. I look at, are they there just to be there, or are they really happy that they really made a change in something? Yes. And every last one of your cast members did that shit. And I was like, that's the first time I've seen that.
I love my cast.
Holy crap.
They have done so much to get to this point of performing in front of people, and all of the ups and all the downs and all the crazy schedules and all of the just personal life things. When they get on that stage, they put 1,000% into it. And I'm so proud of them. And they have done so amazing. And I want to keep them forever. And like this show with this cast deserves to be all across the country and all across the world.
The world. Yes. Yeah, not no country, the world.
Because, listen, you just said it transcended the racial conversation. That's big.
Yes,
that's huge.
And that's just from one person.
And so where else is it going to transcend?
See, you just never know.
And I want to do that. I want to put that out there.
And you are, and you're going to continue to. And I'm freaking proud of you, as y'all say in the on the stage play, sister.
Yes.
Sister. Brother. It was awesome. I loved it.
Thank you.
So, quick question before we go to break.
What's up?
This is definitely going to be a hard question. We'll be keeping it real on here. Okay. This is the night hour. We don't hold no punches. We don't hold back on anything.
Okay.
We can tell it like it is.
Okay.
Would you, based on your play, if you were Clinton Muhammad and you noticed that nurse or the doctor and that you noticed that the guy was white afterwards, how would you, as Amanda, in this current moment, day and time, how would you react?
Oh, wow. I'm a very interesting point in my life right now.
Okay.
So I don't take kindly to any type of lies to me. So absolutely. I would be out. I would disappear and be in the mountains. So that's just where I am in life right now. But at the same time, because of who I am, I would probably sit there and like just sort of think about, all right, is this worth it? All these things. But again, one of the things that I said before was that you have to look in the mirror of the situation. You know, if I am Clinton in this play, I had somebody back home who I really wanted to get with and then didn't, and then feeling, you know, like
that's a tough.
I couldn't be with anybody because the healthy decision would be to be single. The healthy decision,
the common sense decision,
would be to be single.
But as us as humans, we don't see that. We know that.
But does everyone know that?
The stove is hot, but I still want to touch the bits, you know.
And that's why you get burned.
And when you get burned, you sit there blaming the whole goddamn world. No,
but you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself.
Goddamn stove.
Stop touching the stove.
And Yolanda was wrong to begin with because she messed with her patient.
She did.
Listen.
She did.
Y'all seen her patient?
I mean, he aight.
What'd you say? He
aight.
Oh my God. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
This has been amazing.
Thank you.
I love the production.
Thank you.
I love how well you directed it. It was very well crafted. That was like, and I usually don't go to a lot of stage plays because there is no passion behind what they are trying to portray. And this is, I'm talking about stage world. I'm not talking about film world, so separate the two.
Yeah.
Stage world, theater world.
Yeah.
You can tell if a cast or a director has true passion behind the fucking project, or if they're just out there to get your damn dollar.
One of my biggest pet peeves is going to a show and you see someone on stage who's performing who you can tell they're just going through the motions. If they're a dancer, they're 2, 3, If they're just on there saying their lines, like I hate that. I'm like, I want to be immersed in this. This is why I do it, because I love being immersed in a story. So I want everyone else to be immersed in the story. And so if you're not into it, I'm not into it, and it's already bad.
Facts. And I love that. I love that. Guys, make sure you're always passionate about what the hell you're doing.
Passionate.
When we come back, we sit down with Mr. Clinton Muhammad. I'm going to call him Clinton Muhammad.
Mr. Clinton Muhammad.
I'll be there, brother. I'll be right there.
Mr. Wallace will be... Welcome back, guys. Here, Mr. Wallace.
Wallace Demarie, that is I, and I am he, and we are one and the same. How you doing?
I thought you were gonna do me like Roz did. When you, hey, how you doing? And she.
No.
Have a seat. Oh shit! I was like, God damn.
Yeah, that was cold, wasn't it? That was cold-blooded. Cold.
She made my skin crawl, but she was funny as shit.
I will say this: Charlani's own mother was in the audience and screamed out, "I don't like her." That means you did your job. Yo, I was on stage and heard it, and when I realized who it came from, I was like, "Do not break. Do not break."
No,
right?
I would have hollered. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I would have bust out laughing. I remember I did a production of Grease, and I played Danny. And somebody had bust their ass backstage, and I hollered. The whole mic was on. I did not care. I was on the floor. And if you know me, you know when I laugh, that's it.
It's a wrap.
I cannot. Oh my God. I was just there screaming. They had to put their hands over my mouth like I was crying. So I understand how. See, that's the best part about theater. Like, you just never know what the fuck is going to happen.
Listen, theater is the acid test, man. You can, like, I love both. People always ask me, I'm sorry, you asked this question and you hear this? It was stupid. People always ask me this stupid ass question. Well, because you do theater, would you do film? Yes, I do both. Like, check my resume first off, but second, yes, I'm an actor. I'm an artist. You know what I mean? But I started in theater.
Absolutely.
And so when people ask me, which one do you like the most? Well, I love them both equally, but there is nothing like theater because you never know what's going to happen. Where they laughed last night, they may not laugh tonight.
Yep.
I'm sure he will see this. I'm good friends with Ernest Thomas, famous actor Ernest Thomas. And Ernest Thomas will come to my shows in LA.
Yeah.
And he laughs at the weirdest shit. Like, he does not laugh at the part where everybody else laughs. So they get a real serious and they like beating the person to death, and all of a sudden you hear, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta stay in.
Damn. Holy shit. But you're right though. Like, you don't know.
You never know, man. You never know.
I'm telling you, the shit is fun, but it's goddamn hilarious. So I used to get cussed out by my theater professor all the time because I would always laugh at the most dumbest shit, or somebody slipping and falling, or he couldn't find the goddamn right page he was on. Where's my fucking script? And I'm like, should we go get out? And I'm like, okay, whatever.
Tell them don't kill your vibe, man.
That was the only thing they was like, you're a great fucking actor, but you are goofy as shit.
Hey, that's who you are, man. But if you can bring that to characters, your real quirks, that's what makes you great.
Absolutely.
That's what makes people able to identify with you. You know what I mean? Like, whatever your we call them the isms, whatever your isms are, if you can find a way to bring that and make it true, right?
Professor Thomas isms, I remember.
Yeah.
Years later.
There it is. So, but no, like you think of all the greats, they have an ism. They have something. They have something that makes them uniquely them, right? Like I'm a list of people going through my head, and all of their isms are coming up right now. You know, like we talk about, like Denzel has his isms, and De Niro has his isms, and Brad Pitt is quirky as hell. You know what I mean? So, and all of these people that you can identify with, they have these isms.
They do.
Yeah.
Y'all better catch these gems. You drop them.
I was about to say, if you're an actor, pay attention, guys.
9 times out of 10, the majority of these viewers are actors, actresses. So you better catch these gems, I'm telling you. So Clinton Muhammad, the character of Clinton.
Yeah.
First of all, what made you say this is the type of character I want to portray on stage?
Okay, so Clinton is really a long story of getting there. When I was in 8th grade, a little Italian lady, one of my teachers, pulled me to the side, and she handed me the autobiography of Malcolm X. And she said, I think of all my students, you'll benefit the most from this. I was like, okay. So I read it. Shit blew my mind. Like, there's a reason why it stays on the 100 greatest books of all times, any list. It was so powerful. I read that shit like a year later.
No way.
And then I still have the book she gave me right now. I read it for a long time. I used to read it every other year. And his story was so amazing to me because, in my opinion, just my opinion, Malcolm is the most brilliant man we've ever seen. Like, you ever watched the Oxford debates? It is the greatest defense of anything I've ever seen. And he had won within the first minute and a half. And then he spends the rest of the time boxing them in from every direction, from a political standpoint. He's not arguing from an emotional standpoint, right? So to be that brilliant, that bold, and that big on your stance, and then to be man enough to say, I was wrong. That has always fascinated me. So I knew I wanted a character to go about that journey, and then you combine that with my own personal journey. So, okay, so you just said something really powerful earlier when you talked about being a bisexual man and how colorblind affected you. Well, mine, even though I didn't know I was kind of biracial-ish, I didn't know. I knew my parents, but I didn't know much beyond them.
Right. But
my own people treated me like shit. But I didn't want to be part of these people because I wasn't part of these people. So I used to always feel like this weird kind of, like I was in this abusive relationship with my own people. Like, damn, I love the hell out of y'all, but y'all keep fucking with me. Clinton is my admiration for Malcolm's story, my own struggle of loving people who have treated me so bad, and I still love them. And I'm just now comfortable with saying, well, y'all treated me like shit when I was young. You know what I mean? Like the jokes go. I always was told there's some truth in the jokes. So when you keep on with the jokes, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was it, man. And just as an actor, I've always felt like artists are God's chosen people.
Absolutely.
Because we get to tell people stories, we get to affect their lives. How I came into art was, I won't go into the details, but my childhood was not easy. I dealt with shit that you shouldn't deal with as a kid. And my mom took me to a play. And I just remember sitting there for like 2 hours, man. And I didn't think about the shit going on in our world. And I remember turning to my mom and I was like, I want to do that. And that's what I do. That's what I do for a living. And I tell people stories and we affect people and we go all over the country. And yes, we make movies. We just finished an action movie, which was a dream of mine. But they get to sit in there. And I always figure that somewhere in there's a kid saying, I want to do that.
Absolutely, because I was that kid.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell. I
remember your story. You telling me that.
Yeah.
I sat there and my grandparents, they used to watch a lot of horror films. And of course, that's why I'm a horror fan.
I was about to say, and there you go. Yeah.
But it wasn't so much the horror, it was acting in the horror. People don't understand. And I had a huge debate about this in college, and I did not care. I stood my fucking ground. I did not care. I was the only person with this goddamn opinion. Everybody else was like, But I remember sitting in my desk, and my professor asked me, he said, what is the most powerful form of acting in a genre that you believe is really, really, really powerful and kind of challenging? I said, horror. Right, looked at me like, you're fucking stupid. Like, no, it's not. That shit's easy. All you gotta do is run, scream, this, and that, the third. Well, bitch, no. It takes a shit ton of a lot, more than you even know, especially if you are a lead or a part of a lead ensemble in a horror film. You have to make sure that you are not overacting to the point where it becomes cheesy, and you're not underacting to the point where you look like you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I could add to your argument.
Go ahead.
I'm going to add to your argument in case you ever had that motherfucker again, all right? Why I would say, whether I agree with you or not, I don't know. I've never thought about the question. But why I can definitely say that you have a point is this. Because as the lead or in any type of horror film, you're having to react to something that your entire life you have already told your mind doesn't exist.
Thank you.
So you're having to double act.
Yes.
All right. In a love story, you've been in love.
Of course.
If you know what I mean? If you're telling a drama, you've had a drama situation. When did a vampire attack your ass? So you get what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, absolutely.
When did you drop a motherfucker off up the top of a building and he hit and he should be dead and he sit up and come back after you? So exactly. So you're having a double act.
Yes, you do.
There you go.
I always, anytime I'm dealing with whether I'm in a horror film that's based on demonic possessions or monsters or serial killers, I always, if my character is in that specific scene, they are coming face to face with each other, I always put someone who has treated me so bad as that villain to bring out those emotions out of myself. So if I have to be angry, I always put the one person that has treated me bad that always made me come out of character really bad in college, to the point where the police were called. Girl, I ain't telling you his name. Dude,
we going 9. Tupac, hit him up. Man, say his name. Say his name. I'm gonna tell you what. He can't say this, but I can. I act and I fight. So this my homie now. So when I catch your ass. But if it happened to police, I didn't do that shit. I did not.
But it was. But I always make sure I put some type of past person that I know I can't say hate because I've learned to get over it. If I wasn't over it, then I'd probably still be a wreck. You know what I'm saying? But I always recall certain people and I place them in those villainous roles. And that's what helps me bring out my best performance.
That's because this is therapy, man. That's what I'm saying. We're God's chosen people because this is and it's not just your therapy. Because I guarantee you somebody else is watching that. And if you're being truthful in that moment, and what you're telling me you are, because you're putting a real person in there, which means real feelings and emotions are going to happen.
Absolutely.
And the camera is the most honest goddamn thing in the world. It's going to capture your thoughts. It will capture your thoughts. A person doesn't have to know jack shit about acting, and they know when it's good. They know when it's bad. They know when it hits them in a place, and the camera catches that. So when you're conveying a real emotion because you're seeing a real person in your mind, somebody who's never going to get to meet you.
Absolutely.
Is going to feel that same
You want to know something? That's the same shit I tell my team members. That's the same shit I tell them in so many different forms. Because one thing you have to understand is you cannot just get your ass in front of a camera and say, I'm going to act.
Cannot.
You can't do that. Even if it is your first time acting, you got to know what the fuck you're doing.
Yes.
You got to know what emotions you are feeling and why you're feeling those emotions, not only as an actor, but as the character too. You have to do double work.
Yes.
So you're processing your own while processing the characters, and it has to somehow mesh into this beautiful, chaotic form of what you will see on the big screen. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Guys, when we come back, we're going to sit down with Charlani Pu'u-Zanders.
Open the door. I want to talk to you, man. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Hey! Shush. And Robbie and Sydney's here. Nobody cares. Your mom's not here. Sydney's a dyke and she doesn't care. Hi. Hold up. You're not supposed to have any visitors at the 7. Who the heck is this?
And you're not supposed to be having a sneak fest after your mom said no girls.
I got an idea. Go into the bathroom and play Bloody Mary.
Y'all don't think that stuff is real, do you?
Honey, seriously? That bullshit ass Mary Blood?
Bloody Mary?
Whatever the heck. It's stupid.
Bloody Mary.
You gotta look in the mirror and say it full.
All right. Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary.
Ow, oh my god, I was actually really scared.
This shit is for birds.
Yo.
What?
Guys!
Welcome to the light.
I don't know, but I know I'm not the only one who saw them get turned off. Okay, I'm turning on the light. Okay, I got it. Diamond behind you!
Sydney's not here. No more mirror.
All right, guys, welcome back with our final guest, Charlani Pu'u-Zanders, who is our head of creative. How you feeling?
I'm feeling well. How are you?
I am beyond amazing. After that shot we took before this filming,
I gave him some of that salty watermelon whiskey.
The watermelon was delicious.
Mm-hmm. It was our moment.
Ooh.
I'll get with you later.
So, Charlani, let's talk about you being on stage. This is your first stage production in a long time, correct?
Yeah, since I was a child.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did that feel being on stage, like from a kid and now a grown woman? I know that's a complete that's like almost like a culture shock.
Yeah. It was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Just going through the process of researching the character, because I'm playing
A racist ass.
I'm
bitch.
playing a racist Hawaiian at that. I mean, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, we are out there, but hopefully far and few in between. If you're out there, okay,
Keep your ass where you at.
All my sisters and brothers back home. Yeah. There's some of you out there.
Damn.
But yeah. But it was having to research certain TV hosts.
Let's name those TV hosts.
Personnel.
What news personnel? Can we get into that, T? Because this is interesting.
Well, you mentioned her first, and the funny thing is, when you mentioned her, my director mentioned her.
Candace Owens.
Yes.
Damn, we think of like high five in the air. There you go. Wow, that was confirmation.
But what I have noticed is Candace has evolved in a kind of way over the years.
They got a long way to go.
Yeah. Oof. I mean, we've all got a long way to go when it comes to evolving. We're all in our own levels.
Not like her.
No. Brother Clinton
does not like.
Brother Clinton does not like her.
Absolutely not.
No. I had to tap into Candace Owens, and it was fun. And I had to put my own spin on her because, of course, I'm Hawaiian.
Right.
But I didn't want to sound like a Hawaiian because I'm not in Hawaii.
Right.
The setting of the whole play is, it's in the mainland. So evidently I've been in the mainland for a little while.
Okay.
But Brother Clinton's like, well, damn, where the fuck are you from? Are you sure you're from Hawaii?
Oh God! Right.
No. I'm from some remote island somewhere.
Oh shit!
In the middle of I mean, Roz. Who the fuck is Roz? Where the hell? Yeah, no, she's on that island. Yeah, she's by herself. Obviously.
That's a crazy lady. But she's funny as hell. Oh my God.
I wasn't trying to make her funny, but in a way, I guess that's how I view those type of people.
Of course.
So, yeah, I had fun with her.
I'm
having fun with her.
Yes, having.
Yeah, I'm having fun with her
because
we have one more show. So
you did a great job because it was, number one, we've never seen a character like that being portrayed like you did on stage before. That's number one. So a job well done on your part for working hard to bring that authenticity to life. You know what I'm saying? You did phenomenal. The thing that got me most with your character was how we saw her being a pure bitch in the beginning, but then as the resolution came with the stage play, you can kind of see the human side of her a little bit more. And even though she didn't agree with what Clinton was standing for, or the things that he talked about, or things of that nature, she still had a heart.
Oh yeah, well,
and I was like, wow, like
Roz has a heart.
Wow,
sort of.
Yeah. I don't know what
There's
kind
some
of
little
heart, but
chips in there, but she's a human first and foremost, and I view Roz as somebody as she respects other people's opinions. She believes everyone has a right to have their own opinion and believe in what they believe authentically.
Okay, I like that. There we go.
Authentically.
I like that.
And to Roz, she's trying to find out if Clinton is authentic, if he is real.
I can see that.
And so you will find out how she feels about him. Yeah.
It goes back to that one line that you had, without giving away spoilers, but you made a comment of, how did you say it? I at least thought I had a little bit of respect for you when I thought you, and I'm going to stop right there.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn, like, even though she's a bitch, like, you're right. She's trying to see if he's human. And you're like, well, bitch, you just contradicted yourself. And I caught you red-handed. After I caught you red-handed on the other hand, too. Holding hands. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn.
She has her moment, and she's loving it.
God damn, you were eating it up.
Yes, she's loved. She was like, yes, I win, motherfucker.
More fucking
America is great. Again. Girl. Because I'm right.
Said, what
that's
the
Roz.
fuck is this?
That's Roz.
And when you said my damn best friend, and you mentioned that damn president,
my hero.
Yeah. I said, this bitch is serious.
Paying homage to all the conservatives, yes. Okay.
Oh my God. I was sitting here, how I'm looking like that. I'm stuck as hell. I was just like, I know that did not just come out her goddamn mouth. I was mad as hell.
Oh, you were supposed to be.
Pissed. I was like, I don't want to laugh at this bitch, but she's funny as fuck. But God, I don't like what you were talking about. Like, it's like nails to a chalkboard. But you did what needed to be done. And that portrayal of people like that in the world today was damn near perfect, if not perfect. I was just like, wow. And I'm very, very particular when I look at productions and stuff. I look at stage productions differently than I do film productions. But this was awesome. And I'm not just saying that just because I know you or whatever.
Yeah.
No,
no.
This was a job well done. It really was on all of your parts. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. And so what was the most challenging or scariest part about bringing Roz to life for you?
I guess for me, the most challenging part that it brought up for me is how I, as a Hawaiian, experienced racism.
Wow.
Growing up in Hawaii and then actually leaving. The first time I ever left the islands was when I was like around 11 or 12.
Okay.
And back when I was growing up, because Hawaii, of course, has evolved in very many ways. We make fun of each other's ethnicity. So in Hawaii, it's more of a game. It's in a way of celebrating each other. So because we're all mixed and we all have funny things, like Portuguese talks in a certain accent. And a Chinese person has a certain accent, but we can all come together and make fun of each other on how they talk.
In a playful way.
In a playful way, and it's very respectful. Yet when I came to the mainland, I was in Florida visiting my mom's side of the family, my grandparents moved to Florida. And me and my cousins spent the whole summer together. And we're Port Charlotte, Florida. It's a retirement community. Still don't know why my grandparents chose that area.
Right.
But my uncle took me and my cousins. Now, out of all of them, you may not see it now, but coming straight off an island, I was very, very dark.
Okay.
And I was, compared to my cousins, I was white like this. And I was very dark.
Keep talking. I'm going to fix your mic. Go ahead.
And we went to go see a movie. I don't even remember what movie it was because we ended up not seeing it. We walked in front of the movie theater, got out of the car, walked up to the theater, and there was a bunch of, in Hawaii we say haole. It actually means foreigner, but I said, oh, there's a bunch of haoles up front getting tickets, teenage boys. And one of the boys says out loud, oh, since when do they allow the N-word here?
You lying.
It was the first time I ever heard the N-word. I was 12 years old.
Damn. Holy
That was
shit.
the first time I ever heard the N-word. And, you know, when my hair was very long, poofy.
Right.
I had like a little mini afro going thing. And I didn't understand. I knew it wasn't nice. And my uncles said, come on, let's go. We'll go somewhere else. I don't even remember what we did for the rest of that day because I was in shock. Because when we got in the car, I asked them, I said, what is I said the word. I said, what does that even mean? They said, well, that's what some white people call black people. And it's not nice. It's mean. It's hateful. They don't have
the A, they have an ER at the
right.
end.
And I said, well, I'm not black, but I'm dark. But why would they call me that? And I just started crying.
Wow.
I just started crying, and that's just stuck with me for a long time, because that was the first time. That was my very first experience on mainland soil.
Right. Okay.
I so wanted to go back home, and fortunately, the next time I left, it was to go to Disney World.
Okay.
With a school trip.
Positivity.
But yeah, that was my first experience as with racism that really, really hurt me.
I'm sorry you went through that. That's insane. And it's like, I'm sitting here listening to your story about it, about what you went through. And some people would say, oh man, wow, that's shocking. It's not a shocker.
No, it's not.
It's definitely not a shocker. And that's the sad part, that it's not shocking, because you have to be the most ignorant and just nasty, wicked, dirty ass person to sit there to look at someone who's not white. You don't even know their ethnicity. You're just looking, oh, well, they got some color in them, so they are, you know what.
And I was a child.
They don't give a damn.
I was a child.
And yes, I said they, because if you're a part of they, you know who the hell I'm talking to. It's not everybody, but the ones who are a part of that nasty wickedness, absolutely. Because you don't treat people like, you don't call people out their name. You don't tell people that they're the N-word and this and that and the third. Especially, you were 12?
I was 12, yeah.
That's ridiculous. That just pissed me off, God. Oof. Yeah, y'all need to go see Colorblind. Definitely. 100%. Y'all need to see this goddamn stage play. Because the stuff that she just talked about is relevant to the story that Amanda directed on stage. 150%. Yeah. So I'm sorry, man. God damn.
But so many people go through so many different experiences, regardless of what race it is that is sending out the hate. Because I have, I've experienced it from sisters, from brothers.
Oh, yes, in your own community.
From Asians, from Mexicans. I remember I went to culinary school a long time ago. I'm starting to tell my age. But
you look good, yeah.
But I remember working in a kitchen and people expecting me to speak Spanish because they think I'm Spanish, and then I get called punta.
Yep.
Because they think I'm playing.
Ooh.
So I'm doing my best to learn Spanglish, so I'll stop getting cussed at.
What?
Yeah. This was in Atlanta, when I lived in Atlanta.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the Hispanics were really, really mean. And I remember, this actually happened to my cousin before, and it also happened to me. Living in Atlanta, I was in a store, and a white woman was following me around. And so I'm like, ma'am, is there something I can do for you? And that's funny, because my cousin told me a very similar story that happened to her. Same exact thing. She said, well, where are you from? And I said, originally, well, right now I live in Decatur. And she said, no, from. Where are you from? I said, what street I live on? I mean, what? She was like, no, where are you from? I said, originally, where I was born? Yes, where were you born? I said, I was born in Hawaii. Hawaii, where's... Oh, Hawaii.
Dumbass.
Oh, how did you get here? I said, a plane.
A plane? What the hell?
You know it is a state, right? She didn't even know Hawaii was a state.
A wicked ass bitch. Dirty bitch.
But I was like, is there something that I can do for you? I was just trying to figure out how you got here. I was like, how did you get here? I was
man.
Yeah.
I had a racial experience working in when I was one of the loss prevention agents at Banana Republic in Tennessee when I lived up there, and we had a I was working at Banana Republic at the time, and we always had like these elaborate office parties or whatever because it's a high-end clothing store. Now I remember this Caucasian girl came up to me. Mind you, I think I was one of maybe 2 Black people that worked at Banana Republic. And I will never forget, she came up to me. I ain't gonna call her damn name because I will never forget her goddamn name. But she came up to me. She said, yeah, Shreco, there's these people live across from me, and all I hear is arguing. And I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? So me and the other girl, who was my homegirl, yeah, she was white. We were thick as thieves. So she's looking at me, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, I don't know what she's talking about. So I'm just sipping my champagne or whatever. And then finally she said, it was just so loud and obnoxious, and it just felt like I was like, I don't know, like maybe in the ghetto or something. So the girl next to me, she choked her, she said, like this, and she looked at me, and I said, she's like, you know what I'm talking about? I said, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Tell me what you're talking about. Well, you know, I mean, if they're that loud, I mean, they have to be Black, right? I mean, there's just no other way around that. She was like, you get what I'm saying, right? And I looked at her, and the girl looked at me, my friend, and she looked at her, and she said, you might want to go ahead and walk off before you get your ass fired. She said, what are you talking about? I didn't say anything racist. I was just stating a fact. That's the point where I almost threw the chair at her ass. So I said, you know what? Let me just remove myself because number one, I am the only male in this store. I am the only Black person in this store. So yeah, if I say or do anything, it's all going to come back on me. So mad as hell, I was shaking because I was like, I know this bitch did not just sit up here and want me to agree with her about some racist shit that you just said. So when I left, my homegirl, she sat there and talked to her. I talked to my boss. Yeah, I sure did. I went back there and I played that fucking role so well. Boo-hoo cried, every goddamn thing. I feel distress. I feel hatred. I feel racism, every goddamn thing. I played that. I'm an actor. Don't fucking play with me. I ate that shit up. I sure did. They gave me leave with pay, put me in therapy. I didn't have to come back to work for 2 weeks, and they fired her ass.
Bye, Karen.
Brother Clinton approves of your action.
Oh, I sure did. I said,
get that one out of
absolutely. And so my friend one of my close friends at the time, she called me and she said, hey, are you okay? Because word of mouth got around, and of course went to the group chat. And she called me. She said, you good? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. She said, why you sound so happy? I said, because there's more than one way to skin a goddamn cat.
Yes.
You want to sit up here and play damsel in distress and who he said this and that and the third. You know how that goes. So I'm going to do it too, but I'm going to do it better. And when I did, I didn't have to touch you. I didn't have to have nobody touch you because you got fired regardless. And I got money. And I didn't have to go back to work for 2 weeks. And I got therapy. Don't play with me. And the So I get what you're saying with that, but that was the first time I ever experienced racism like to my face. And I was just like, I know this girl did not. What the fuck? Yeah, she was white. She wasn't no other color. She was white. And my friend that was next to me, she was white, but it seemed like she had more sense than that one.
Yeah.
Because she looked at her, she said, Shreco, I went up to her and I told her, you know you're going to get fired. She was like, how can I get fired? I didn't say anything racist. I didn't say anything about his skin. I didn't say anything about his culture. She said, yes, the fuck you did. How didn't you say anything about it, but you just said, isn't that ghetto? Isn't that right, Shreco? You know, they got to be Black, right? I mean, they just have to be. So, bitch, if you're watching this damn episode, I hope you rot in hell. Racist ass. Anywho, Charlani, it has been a pleasure. Look at you trying not to laugh. I don't give a damn.
I'm like, forgiveness. Forgiveness? No. She was wrong.
She was wrong as hell. She got what the hell was coming to her.
That's God's job.
Oh,
yes. That's God's job.
Yes.
He set up the meeting between her and God. What he's saying.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Clinton Muhammad. Yes. But it was absolutely insane. But at this point, you know, now I know how to deal with stuff like that. Because it could have went left.
Oh yeah.
I could have shown her what ghetto looked like. I sure could have. I could have.
You could have said, bitch, let me show you what ghetto look like.
What the hell ghetto look like. They had to be Black, right? No, you're going to be telling your friends this motherfucker had to be Black. Because obviously no white people do this shit. Yeah, you're right. But I grew from that. And I was proud of myself because usually I'm a firecracker. I had to go to therapy for my anger. And I'm glad I didn't unleash that on her because I probably would have been in jail.
Yeah.
Or worse, convicted of something because of my skin color.
And you wouldn't be here right now.
I sure would not have. No.
No.
But thank you, Jesus. God is good. Anywho, guys, it has been a pleasure. Y'all come up here. Come up here. Come up here. I'm going to be behind. Guys, I'm going to let y'all have a little moment with them real quick. One of y'all can sit in the chair. There we go. Right there. Right. That's perfect.
Here.
All right, guys.
My kneecap.
How was it? How did you like your experience with the night hour this evening?
It was amazing.
This was fun.
By far my favorite interview.
Yes.
I've never got to really curse in interviews before, so this shit was incredible.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Well, guys, it has been a pleasure. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, the cast and director of Colorblind.
Part of the cast. I have to say.
Yeah, part of the cast.
Part of the cast. Such an amazing cast.
We do.
Shout out to everyone else who's a part of this cast. They were phenomenal. Shout out to the girl that played, what's her name? Kanika.
Oh,
yes.
My
Brings
God.
it every time.
That girl, I said, holy shit.
But I do want to say this really quick because you shouted out Yolanda's story, and just to show you how much Colorblind touches on things, at the end of the show, a man, brother, taller than me, right? I'm 6'2", he was about 6'6", was emotional because Janet's story was his story.
Wow.
He grew up in all white neighborhoods and all different things like that. And so he was just thanking us for the show because he felt like even though it was a female character, his story was told. I had to say that.
Absolutely, man. That's awesome.
You mean Yolanda's story?
No.
Janet's story?
So look at the irony of that.
Okay.
Our incredible host related to Yolanda.
I sure did.
He related to her story.
Absolutely.
And he related to Janet. Yeah. So that's the power of Colorblind, is that through this crazy ass story, you realize
it's a human story.
Oh, damn. I can relate to that.
People are really going through this. Yeah.
Human story.
Y'all know what is going to be next. I don't know why I feel this, but I felt it at the end of the play. I got a feeling you guys can turn this into a feature film.
Oh, definitely.
I thought about that shit when y'all left the stage. I said, "This is gonna be a damn movie." They just don't know it.
Oh, we know it. Actually,
we know it.
Actually on the board.
We know it.
Man, oh my God! Like seeing that in a theater, like a cinematic event, like holy shit! Like I would boo. If you almost had me crying at the play, like I already know you're gonna have me crying in the damn movie, like that's insane. And you can expand on so much more. Like the beauty of film, you can do so much with it.
Yes.
But guys, thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Wallace. Thank you, Charlani, for being here on the night out with Shreco Bakari. Guys, see Colorblind final performance April 19th. Get your tickets, Douglas Theater, $20. See y'all there. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bitch, I got that HyperX, you know I get the flex. And got these demons on my back, you know they gonna get arrested. You know my niggas, we get lit as fuck, you know we get the press. I ain't had my gun on me, but them boys were still stressed. She said she like it when we get a fuss, so I'm tryna put that sticker outside, but I can't be touched. You know what I'm saying? I just wanna get money and just stack it up. Bitch, I'm going crazy, I'm seeing stuff. Heard that nigga, I'ma pack him up. Catch a nigga out on base. Man, these feelings been catching up, it been so real. I hope these drugs would just take away my pain for real. You know I'm a leader, I'ma send them niggas on the field. Wait, I'm breaking, I'm dodging, I'm going outside. I'm seeing these bullets and we doing drive-by. I gotta lock in and I gotta survive. We in the studio, can't rely. I'm in my word, I'ma stay on top. Nigga wanna try me, I'ma be on the block. Got him in outside, so we got him unlocked.